Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Well, I mean, as good as everyone else is at the moment, I guess. You
How
were
you?
you were sounding very wheezy on the phone last night. You were over the Rona?
I'm just left with this cough. I don't know what it is. I mean, both Sam and me have both got a cough, but no, it's been a couple of weeks since I had any other symptoms.
You sounded like you were struggling to breathe last night.
But we got tested for coronavirus the other day.
Yeah, so we've been wanting to save this story for this little recording. So tell me, you guys, how did it pan out?
Well, what it is Sam works for the government, so she is, I guess, like considered a frontline worker, even though she's not. She, not compare herself to the brave souls of the NHS who are out on the trenches. But she qualifies for getting a test. So because I'm her partner, that I'm lumped in with that. So we went down
Great.
to get a drive in, but I already knew it was pointless because it's not an antibody test. You have to have it at the time.
Yeah.
In fact, you have to be only 3 or 4 days into it for it to be accurate.
Right.
So we're pretty much guaranteed it's going to be a negative whether we had it or not.
Right.
But I thought, fuck it, let's just go for the crack and see
Just to see what it's like.
Yeah, because what it is it's a drive-through test, and you
Like McDonald's.
yeah, like McDonald's, only for deadly viruses.
Amazing. Good.
But like in the movies where it's fucking wild. This, like in the movies where some landmark, which everyone knows, world famous landmark, is taken over for some other purpose.
Yeah.
Like some other governmental purpose, but it's like
I'm trying to think of one, but I'm agreeing. But yeah, yes.
you not think of that, like in disaster movies and stuff. I don't know, like right, there's a bunker at Fort Knox or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Well, this was in the O2 Millennium Dome car park.
Really? Yeah.
That's where they had it. So the O2 car park has been converted into a drive-through testing facility. And you rock up, and it's just weird. Everyone's in the white suit, like full white suits, masks.
Whoa, like ET.
Yeah, it's like ET. So people just directing you in and then pointing you over that way. And if you go open your window, they'll be like, "No, keep your windows."
Was there military there?
No, there was no military, but you never know. There might have been some hanging out behind some posts or something. But I guess they wouldn't need military there, would they? That is the one thing in the movies they would have. They'd have like army there with guns and stuff. But I mean, who's going to kick off at a testing facility? I don't think they're really.
I don't know. People who are stressed.
People who are turning into zombies. And
exactly.
Getting a bit biting.
Tell me about the. So what happened?
Well, you just go through loads of white people. Go this way. Go. There's loads of gating everywhere.
Loads of white people.
Yeah, loads of. Well, funnily enough, it was mostly not white people, but dressed fully in white.
Right.
And it was it was just a strange vibe of. And then people shouting at you through the window, and then it's like, no, keep the window up. And you're like, well, I can't hear you. And you pull it down. They're like, no, put it back up again. So they're trying to give you the instructions, and then eventually someone throws through these testing kits into the car. You crack your window a little bit, and they throw some test kits in, and they talk you through how to do it. And then you just stick swabs up your nose and in your mouth.
That's what it's down the throat.
Yeah, down the throat, and then up the snozzle. So you go down the throat first, and then up the nose.
None up the anus.
Not in the coronavirus does not live in the anus, apparently.
That would make the drive-through really awkward.
Yeah.
Everyone shuffling their trousers down.
It's just row after row of cars with just arses stuck up in the air.
Yeah.
So I've got a really sore throat.
Yeah. Keep drinking that water.
And that was it, really. You just shoved it in a tube. There's not much more to say than that, but it was just it was a wild juxtaposition of it just seemed like it was very surreal. You know what I mean? Very surreal. And then as you're driving out, more white people with masks on pointing you out, and then someone's there with like a bucket, and you have to throw your test kit out the window into a bucket, sort of thing. So no one.
You live in for those who don't know, you live in. I'm not going to say a part of London. It's very idyllic, very, very quaint, and very villagey. So to go from that to that kind of scary environment must have been a bit.
Well, not really, Mark. I mean, I mean, you know, it's not like this is all I know.
I know. You grew up in Manchester.
Didn't grow up in Dulwich.
No.
No, it was nothing like that. It was very surreal because, yeah, you're not used to those kind of movie set scenarios.
No.
How's your hair doing?
It's sort of Adrian Brody kind of, or Ross from Friends.
You're just really slicking it back with loads of,
man.
What are you using there? Car grease?
Yeah.
Motor oil.
Yeah, motor oil. Yeah.
It looks like motor oil.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Well, it's whilst I'm not at work, I thought I'd do this because otherwise, obviously, everyone would take the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Work. So.
Have you not got any grey hair yet either, or is the motor oil covering that up?
No, you can see
it looks jet black. Mine not only looks ridiculously hilarious in shape, but you can see all the grey coming through.
You've paused. You've paused. Your internet connection's a bit weird. You're going to come back in.
Well, you've paused as well.
Oh. And we're back.
Well, we're back. It might be because I'm in Studio B. And,
so we talk about. So
I've only just set up the internet in here, and it's a little bit shaky.
So we'll go back. Just to clarify, I do have grey hair. You can look at it closer, but you can't see it there. But tell me about Studio B.
Studio B's, I had this shed in the back garden that was an office that we were just using for storage. So I figured I'd set it up as a studio.
Yeah.
It's not really ready for the grand unveiling yet, but I'm sat on the front wall where the speakers are, and I can touch the back wall. So,
show the door how close you are to your house.
There's the door.
Yeah.
Well, the big difference between Studio A and B is that Studio A is a room with no windows, kind of soundproof treat. This one's got a window though.
Yay!
Look,
you see your garden.
Got trees outside.
And your wife can hand you a cup of tea through the window.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
So, I mean, there's holes out there at the minute because we're having some. But yeah, I could just open the door to the world.
Look at that.
So this is going to be a new. I don't know. I'm going to write some beats in here. I guess. I can't really
headphones on.
Yeah, headphones on.
Yeah. If you want.
Let me see if I can give you a back view. There you go. I've got my old speakers.
Look at that. I borrowed that monitor once, didn't I?
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped about Studio B. I'm going to be able to come back here in the evening, hopefully, and maybe do a bit of work. Maybe do some lessons over Zoom if anyone wants to get in touch. Ideal Noise. If you want to do some music production lessons. You've been teaching.
Since we last spoke.
I've done about 10 sessions over Zoom. Yeah. So it's all figured out now. It's all sorted. It works really well. Right. So anyone who's out, it doesn't matter where you are. I've got people from all around Britain I'm teaching now. So you could be in America, you could be anywhere.
Yeah.
As long as you've got a good internet connection, we can do some music production, make some tracks.
Yeah.
I've got to get off, Mark, but we'll do a proper podcast maybe tomorrow or something.
I had a prop, just comedy. So that's that done. Right. And I was going to tell you what I've been reading. So.
Well, maybe let's talk about that on the podcast.
Well,
the actual podcast.
I mean, yeah, I will, but yeah, just so you know, that's to come. Matt's got to get off. I've got to get off.
I've got to work.
We'll see you in bits. Stop coughing.
See you in bits.
Bye.
Bye.